Hello. Well, I'm on. I said 7 o'clock. Tonight we'll be talking about the Orville and which classic sci-fi shows should be remade. So let me know what you think. Well, my top three shows, I'll tell you why, is hang on, what's this? Right, top chat. Let's top chat. There we go. Welcome to our channel. Right. Don't know what's going on. Right. Tonight's live show. All right, people. I think there should be certain shows brought back. I think number one is Space Above and Beyond. Does anybody remember that classic? I think they should bring back. Hang on, I don't know what's going on. Top chat. Right. What's going on here? Right, stream. Right. So, I think they should bring back Space Above and Beyond, UFO, and Black 7. Why?
Sorry, I'm not sure.
Hang on. That's all right, Alexa. Right, I think they should bring back Blake 7. I think with the CGI effects today and everything else, I think it will be pretty amazing. Hi, Real Talk Channel. How are you, bud? Happy New Year. I'm talking about which top classic sci-fi shows they should bring back. For me, it's Blake 7, UFO, and Space Above and Beyond. If you've got three classic sci-fi shows that should be remade, let me know what they are, and we'll debate them. I've heard that Battlestar Galactica is going to be done, but it's going to be more like the 70s TV show. I did like the last series of Battlestar Galactica until season 3, and then it lost itself somewhere after all that, which I found rather disappointing. Same with Andromeda. I did like Andromeda. Mind to change. Avengers Shields. Yes, that's the one. But how are you, bud? I hope everything's all right. Happy New Year. It's my second live stream. So I'll sort of come on for 30 minutes to an hour tonight. I think, well, anyway, for me, I think the best show I'd like to see again is this. Space Above and Beyond. I've just been watching this, and I was gutted when that got cancelled. I mean, why is it that all the decent stuff gets cancelled? Do you know what I mean? I mean, the character development in Space Above and Beyond was incredible, and the second season, where that would have gone with the chicks, would have been absolutely amazing. All the decent stuff you get into just disappears. Blake 7, I'll tell you why. Right, Blake 7 had so much potential. It did, especially with the Terran Federation and how the whole thing of they were just so evil and so dark, and the whole thing, you get into Blake. Is he a fanatic? No. Avon, the cold, ruthless one. Rest of the crew were all dedicated following Blake. And how it finished, it was a classic ending, but Avon never had the edge of Blake, did he? Because at least when Blake was done it, he did win because of the Galactic War. We got the Enterprise theme on. A lot of people are not big fans of that. Enterprise, it should have gone to season 7. It should have done. Do you know what I mean? Mind to change. Captain Scarlet Sci-Fi. I agree. That was fantastic. That was actually better than the 60s puppet one. I've got that on Blu-ray. The Captain Scarlet animation. It is. I did do a big review on that. It was fantastic. I actually thought it was better than the new Thunderbirds, which I don't really watch. But Captain Scarlet, absolutely amazing. They should bring that back. But I mean, there's numerous series that had so much potential. Do you remember when they brought the Bionic Woman back? And it lasted, 6 episodes and got cancelled. They got her from EastEnders. The thing is, Katie Sackhoff were in it, you know, Starbuck from Battlestar Galactica, and she played like the evil Barney woman. Maybe if they reversed the roles and put Katie Sackhoff in, she had that charisma and personality to sort of go there. But yeah, Blake 7. I did watch some Babylon 5 today before I went out. I went to Speaker's Corner with a friend that were interested, very political. It's the place in UK in Hyde Park where you get all these fringe elements that are really political, that really go into it. But I sort of moved on to UFO. Why UFO? I've got to admit, I think UFO is above Star Trek for me because it's just insane. And I mean, a super cool organization called Shadow, Supreme Headquarters Alien Defense Organization. I mean, that's just pretty amazing. Hang on, I've got some weird manga. Well, I'll be giving that a miss. What's this? I'm looking. Oh, God, is it? Oh, I put on Sci-Fi. Ah, yes, V. V I'd like to see redone. I thought the last 2 seasons of the new series were, well, it was all right. And the final episode, it did go somewhere, didn't it? You know, V. But the 80s one, obviously, is the superior one. Action, evil lizards, and it's brilliant. And Diana. Oh, come on. Who didn't love Diana? You know. But does anybody remember The Highwayman? I'll go into that on another stream when I go on about cheesy cancelled sci-fi shows. And trust me, there's been cheesy sci-fi, cheesy, terrible shows that have just been so bad you've got to watch them. Mine's changed. I went to Cineworld Speak yesterday and watched Aquaman in 4DX. I enjoyed Aquaman, mate. I thought I was surprised. I really liked Aquaman. I'd say it's up there with Wonder Woman, definitely. I mean, I'm a big comic fan, and you know, I followed Justice League for years, and for Aquaman, it just had it right. I mean, the story, it was pretty basic, but just to see Atlantis live action, you know, like that entire civilization underwater and the 7 kingdoms, it was just mind-blowing. Mind to change, don't go see Mortal Engines. Do not, it's absolutely shit. It's a terrible film. You know, it's completely terrible. I watched it, mate, and the film is all over the place. I don't know about Doctor Who. I ain't got a problem with being a female doctor. I've said this on numerous streams and on reviews. And I did sort of quite like the New Year's Day episode, which was interesting. It was one of the better episodes, but it did have plot holes. And it was slightly... well, it was a better one, wasn't it, Doctor Who? It's probably the best. That and the Rosa Parks one. But I think it might be back. It might be a good thing. Hang on, I'll just turn that down. It might be better to bring that back in 2020. Get rid of Chibnall. Get some decent writers in. Get somebody who's got some passion for Doctor Who. And maybe go through the back catalogue of the Doctor Who episodes. And sort of, you know, get some quality writing in there for it. You know, I'm not going to give up on Doctor Who. I can't. I've watched it all my life. You know, and I don't want to be one of these people say, oh, it's a woman, I don't want to watch it. You know, I don't want to go down that path. But as I was saying, for me, the 3 classic TV series, Blake 7, Space Above and Beyond, and Blake 7. Honestly, I'd rather that the BBC cancel fucking Doctor Who and bring back Blake 7 and put it on peak time, like 8 o'clock at night, or 9 o'clock. Make it really dark with like the Liberator looking magnificent. Same story, but much darker, like with the Babylon 5 sort of spin on it, with like an arc of manipulation with Blake going on through the old 5-year story arc. Make it one big arc about Blake and how he got framed for a crime he didn't commit. Oh, what's this? This is awful. All right, it said 70 sci-fi from getting all these like shit ones. Right, so you know, mine's to change. What did you like? What they call him, Ocean Master, King Prince Tom. I thought he made a really good villain, the guy that played him. But I've got to admit, Black Manta for me. Black Manta were absolutely superb, especially with his like laser eyes. You know, really good. But I mean, like Blake Seven, they could really bring it back. And the what it was going to come back, it got picked up the right. Sky were interested, and there was a bit of a media push with news for it, and then it just got buried. But Blake Seven would have to have a big budget now. It would, but it'd be worth it. Look what they're doing with some of the sci-fi stuff now. It's brilliant. I mean, have you watched like the Arrowverse, like Legends of Tomorrow and Flash? I mean, if you're getting that type of special effects, can you imagine what they could do with Blake Seven now? I mean, they find the Liberator, they bring the system, the creators of the Liberator into it, and take all that backstory and really dig into it, like the creation of Liberator, and like, you know, I mean, they did it in Blake Seven. I mean, we got to find out about beginning at second. I think it was in second season that we found out about the system that created the Liberator. I know we've got a Twilight Zone coming back this year. That apparently, I think it's Morgan Freeman's going to be doing like the Rod Serling thing. So that should be interesting. But it really is time to move on to, how do you say it? Like, it's just all new stuff. I think the superhero thing's going to peak, you know, in the next year or two. I really do. I really do think the superhero thing, once we've had like the overload, then we'll get the crap. Like series will be getting less quality and there'll be a lot of cancellations. I'm like Arrow. I'm not really a big sort of. I'm not really into Arrow anymore. I liked Arrow when it started. I found it. Arrow were really raw. Do you know what I mean? It had a lot. I mean, they were ruthless in that. And then somewhere they sort of lost it. You know, I like Flash. I ain't got a problem with Flash. Flash is just on right wavelength for me. Supergirl. A lot of people have been panning Supergirl recently. There's a lot of reviews out there on Supergirl, and the thing with Supergirl is that I said it's all a bit too PC now. Well, I don't know. Is Supergirl PC? I mean, is it? Hang on, let me share this. Right, put it on Twitter. Right, I've got to put the stream on Twitter, guys. Sorry. So, right, that's on Twitter. Put it on Facebook. Right, let's go there. It's on Facebook. Right, put that there. Google Plus. Right, hang on. Right, sorry, I'll be back in a sec. I should have done all this. Right, I've got two computers. I've not turned the other one on. Right, but I've done that now. That's done. Sure, let's go. Right, but yes, I really do think. I mean, the villains in Blake Seven. You got Commander Travis and Servalan, the Supreme Galactic Commander. I mean, you just can't beat the characters in that, and like the Federation Council and all the alien races of the colonies, and they had some really weird villains in Blake Seven. You know. So all that could be brought back. I mean, the grounding's there for, you know, the entire universe of Blake Seven to how do you say it, to be done, and instead we get all this absolute shite what they're making. Oh, Galaxy Quest, brilliant film, classic. You know, so Blake Seven could be done. It could be remade. Second choice for me is UFO, right? UFO's a bit personal for me. I'd say because I grew up on UFO. And with UFO, like you've got this secret organization fighting these aliens. Now, UFO storylines in the 70s, or late 60s were insane. It was like The storylines was really hardcore science fiction, but they were crazy. And these aliens, you didn't really know much about them. First, they'll come into Earth to like steal your body parts and stuff, but that didn't really make sense. I can't see them flying off light years away just to nick your arms or whatever. And then it came through this insane thing that they were using human beings as living computers. Now that got interesting, and this came into an episode where the cat was possessed by an alien and it was controlling one at Shadow Crew, which was sort of interesting. So UFO, and especially the politics with Shadows, well, I mean, that's just one part of it. And the cover-up of Shadow. So this whole like thing of that could be brought back. I just think UFO now, it'd be like the X-Files and Star Wars and well, I don't, how do you say it? It'd be definitely the X-Files because they'd be investigating like loads of weird shit. Be like Torchwood, but Shadow on a bigger level. A global defense organization defending the Earth secretly. Be like Shield. But don't forget, Shadow's like it's 40, nearly 50, 40-year old, isn't it now? So that could be done. I mean, there was a story in that where Straker, the commander, he let his son die to stop a UFO. He had to get this medical stuff and to save his kid. They used the Shadow jet, but it got diverted. And he couldn't do it because this alien ship had landed and they had to destroy it. And the payback and the suffering he suffered for that were, you know, this was Jerry Anderson, you know, coming up with this stuff like Space 1999 first season. Now I heard that we're going to be coming back 2099. I saw some pictures. There was some like stuff on a website, but I don't think Space 1999 would work now. Because I mean, Moon, it just fucking wandered about everywhere, didn't it? And it didn't really work, did it? You know, with Moon. I mean, back in the 70s, that sort of stuff worked, but now, how do you say it, with social media and science fiction and where we are technologically, I think we're all wanting more answers and explanation to sort of things. Do you know what I mean? So, I don't know. I mean, it's just that I sit back and they've cancelled all this crap we've had to sit through. I mean, like Star Trek Discovery. Thank God we've got Picard, the TV series. I like Star Trek Discovery, and I'm a big fan of it. But I'm more into the Picard remake. You know, the old Captain Picard, Star Trek Destiny, as it's going to be called. But apparently, we're going to get so many answers to so many plot holes. So when that sort of comes into it, it's going to be interesting, you know, because we're going to get answers to Dominion War. We're going to get answers to about what happened to Voyager and what with the crew. I've read all the books about what happened, but they're not canon, are they? So we sort of like go into that. Where's Star Trek Destiny gonna go? I suppose he's an admiral by now at Starfleet Command, and he's a fleet admiral, and he gets the flagship. You know, I don't know. We don't know much about it. I mean, Star Trek Continues, that we're on a budget, and to me, Star Trek Continues is, you know, I've had nothing but praise for Star Trek Continues. They got it so right, and to me, they finished the 5-year voyage off. You know, with the scene at the end where the bridge doors open, it's all dark on the Enterprise, and that was such a, how do you say it, a powerful moment for science fiction, especially in Star Trek. Oh, we've got Babylon 5 on now. Don't get me started on Babylon 5. Did a big review on that a few years ago. Love Babylon 5. So, I don't know, like UFO, there's so much you could do with it. I mean, they had a moon base, they had skydivers, submarines, a fleet of them, mobiles. I mean, the technology and everything was just, the vehicles were so cool. And obviously, they'll get the aliens done up as well. As I said free, but I'm allowed like a backup. For me, the next series I'd like to see is The Invaders back from the 60s, not the 90s remake. That absolute bunch of shite they made. You know, I'd like to watch this. I don't know. I've got all these sci-fi things on from all the Outer Limits. Thank God for some sanity. I love the Outer Limits. We have control of your television sets. We can make it horizontal. Do you know what I mean? I mean, this is it, like back in '60s, like the Outer Limits, man, in black and white, and the Twilight Zone. They were all right. They got it right, didn't they? And then today they make all these really crap remakes that just go off on like a tangent that has got nothing to do with what it should be. I mean, there's been some stuff that like films have remade and stuff, and you sat there thinking, this never happened. Where are you going with it? You know, honestly, I could name a load of this stuff where they've screwed it up, but I'll leave that for another stream. So, definitely The Invaders, that's my backup one. Do you know what I mean? Like, hang on, I better turn this a bit loud. Whoops. Like The Invaders, right? I mean, it's set during the 60s, right? Original series. David Vincent, who's going on this insane journey, right? Every week, turning up in these places, right? To stop a full-scale infiltration of like the human race. Do you know what I mean? These aliens, they're so evil. They're like the master manipulators. They hide stuff. They've infiltrated like every branch of government, and he's running about every week, you know, trying to like convince people in higher positions, look, this is happening. Do you know what I mean? And the aliens are so ruthless and sneaky and evil, and then obviously you get into human drama where people get affected by this stuff. Do you know what I mean? And you sit there thinking like, oh, come on, Vincent, come on. You know, don't be a dickhead again. You know, and there's this voice going like, this is David Vincent, and nobody believes them again, and he's a man with a mission, and he goes off into desert. I mean, it's a classic ending in one episode where he's foiled one of the plots, but only about 2 people believe it because they've seen it. And just at the end, where he walks out of building, you see an alien, and you just see a shot of his, because they've got these mutated fingers, like one of the fingers all mutated, like you know, like that. It's all mutated. And it finishes, why can't we get stuff like that now? I mean, like, we do get some pretty decent stuff. Oh, God, hang on. Classic. I've got to rewind this guy. I love this series. I've got a big review coming up for this. Listen to this. Space Above and Beyond. Why did they cancel it? Oh, just watching credit. You get hairs on your back with Space Above and Beyond. Kristen Cloak, man. She was stunning. And the Hammerhead Fighters and the Saratoga. You know, I'm gonna go into Space Above and Beyond in a minute. Oh, I just share joy when you say that. Oh, Clone Wars. Yeah, I'm glad that's coming back. I've not seen new one yet. You know, Clone Wars. So I'm hoping to sort of start seeing that. That's the decent Star Wars. Don't get me started on last film. It was totally crap. Anyway, back to Invaders. So, like, you got Vincent running about everywhere, right? And he's really sort of freaking out. Because, like, when he tells people, it's great because they've got this, like, creepy soundtrack, which is sort of dark and sinister. And then sort of kicks in slightly when he says, well, like a sheriff or somebody goes, well, who are these people? He said, who are these like saboteurs or whatever? He said, well, they're not from here. He said, where are they from? Outer space. And people can't get the fucking heads around it. Do you know what I mean? They're like, what, aliens? And he's going, yeah. And then one of them will like die and glow red, and then they believe him, but they can't handle it. I mean, it's a classic episode where the mafia gets involved, and you've got J.D. Cannon from McLeod. Do you remember McLeod, the cowboy in New York from '70s? And you know, he's sort of in it, his boss, and he's like this mafia. He realizes because they steal the drugs, and he's like the switch goes wrong, and mafia start going to war on aliens, but the mafia bosses don't want to engage them, just want to sell the drugs. And like he's one of mafia dons, and he realizes this is bigger than all, it's got to be stopped. You know, and it's fantastic. The whole thing. Oh God, Flash Gordon, one of the greatest sci-fi films ever made. Honestly, in my top 5 movies of all time. I've actually got a special edition Blu-ray of this, you know, and it is a treat to watch. I've heard they're going to release it in 4K, which might be interesting. I think is it trailer. But anyway, that's me. I'd like to see the Invaders come back, but the big one for me, Space Above and Beyond. I mean, come on, guys, Space Above and Beyond. You know, I mean, it starts off. I mean, what a world that is! It's like the human race has been playing God, like the silicates, the robot people, and then they create the tanks. You know, the in vitros, and I mean, it's like they've created like these, and then given them rights because the silicates turned on human race and did terrorist attacks and there were AI wars. And then they all went off into space, and then they created the tanks, the in vitros, like, and that you've got 2 in vitros in series. You know what I mean? Hicks and T.C. McQueen, who's my favourite character, who's in charge at Wildcards. He's like a true warrior, and he quotes all these amazing like phrases, you know. And with him, and you've got the team, you've got West and. You've got Kristen Clyde. I've just started. I watched it for about 2 years. Just started watching it again. But then you've got Wang. You've got these like 6 characters, and they're thrown into this war. I mean, the pilot episode's brilliant because it starts off with each like where they all come from, like the main 3 characters: West, her, and the in vitro guy, and. Rod, is it? I forgot his name now. But it's like they start off like where it starts, and they all end up in Marine Corps, and they've got him from that American Sergeant guy who were in that Vietnam movie. I forgot what it was called now. He's in it. He's like the and they go into battle, and they get on Saratoga, and they start meeting. Well, the human race gets attacked by the Chigs. That's what they call them, Chigs. And the whole series, it's the character development of the entire series is brilliant. And while all this is going on, there's a big conspiracy on Earth. Did we know they were there? Because there's this like corporation that does know they're there. Because it just the one flaw is Space Above and Beyond is the final episode. You know. Do you know what I mean? It's the final episode. Because with what happens there on final episode, I can't. If you haven't seen it, I don't want to spoil it. But the final episode, one bit it screws up. Space Above and Beyond, right? I'd say it's like a diamond, right? But it's got a slight flaw in it. It could be perfect. It could have been perfect, and it could have gone to season 2. And where they could have gone with this was amazing, because the human race is expanding out to colonies, and it's taking all its problems out into space with it. The racism against the tanks, the AI things there. I mean, they're great things there, like computers. They're right into like chance and gambling, and it's all pretty insane. I mean, they're really. It's great when they make these weird noises. But when they go into like Wang, he gets blackmailed by one, and it's that whole episode about that. And then, but like the best one of the 2-parter episode, the Chig Von Richter, like there's a Chig in the sky who's like the Red Baron, and he's in this super Chig fighter, and they can't take him out. And they send squadrons in after this thing. all the bet wild cards, they all go in, and nobody can take this out. Nobody can take it out. They send it best of the bet. They even make a missile with cheap technology to take it out on the cart. And it ends up TC McQueen Colonel, who's in charge at Wildcat. He can't fly after what happens to him because at first he got done or something. He's got some condition where he can't fly, but he gets his thing removed. It's like vertigo, and he goes out on a hammerhead on his own, and he's quoting these amazing like battle cries. Oh, you know, about preparing to go to war, that a man must seize his destiny. And he really gets passionate about it. And he gets in this thing and he goes out there and he twats it. I mean, he does it. And that is what makes it absolutely superb. This is why Space Above and Beyond has to come back. You know, honestly, I had a hammerhead fighter model. I have thought about cosplaying it, but I don't think I'll get into an air suit too big. Maybe in a few months when I've lost some muscle. But no, seriously, guys. Do you know what I mean? Space Above and Beyond should have come back. But this is, honestly, guys, I know there's only a few people on because I just popped on. But I'm going to be on every Sunday at 7 o'clock every week. 7 or 8 o'clock. What I'll do is I'll put some up through a week and let you know. I will be reviewing Discovery in the next few days. Well, actually, I think Star Trek Discovery is a week away. I think that doesn't start till. Somebody said it's 19th, but that's a Saturday. I think Star Trek Discovery starts next week. So I will be reviewing that the day it's on. I'm doing Orville every Friday, obviously, because I don't get it in the UK. So I'm reviewing that on a Friday. And I'm going to do Titans. I've not seen Titans. It's on Netflix this week. On The Punisher as well. And I bought some stuff to review. And I'm going to a convention, Sci-Fi Ball, so I'm going to film all that. And I'm going to try and live stream the actual convention over the 3 days. So there's quite a bit to do. But tonight, guys, I've just come on. I think I farted then as well. Hope you didn't hear it. Seriously. Oh, no, right. No Real Talk channel. Honestly, mate, normally there's people on, but I just sort of just popped on for about 40 minutes. I just want certain, how do you say? I just want certain things back. I mean, the bombard us with all this crap. And when they take a fantastic concept, they sort of undo it all and take it in wrong direction. Do you know what I mean? And a lot of stuff now is getting really PC as well. I'm getting sick of that as well. Look, you know, I don't really go into politics on it, and I don't want to, but you know, look, even if right wing was shoving it down my throat, I'd be annoyed about it. Do you know what I mean? But I can't. I'm sick of this PC shit. I really am on a lot of stuff. It's not that I want science fiction with quality stories. Look at the Outer Limits back in the 60s. Look at the Twilight Zone. Look at the original series of Star Trek. You know, all these amazing stories had power, passion, and meant something. You know, it's just, look, I went to see Mortal Engines, right? Right? I saw a trailer for it about a year ago, and then I saw it new. And I got really excited because I thought this film about cities that go around gobbling each other up and stuff looks amazing. And, you know, I saw it, and it was complete, total, utter shit. I was even bored at Big City of London moving along. Even that got boring. And story were predictable. It was all over the place. And we got a Darth Vader scene. I mean, they did. They put in a Darth Vader scene. I am your father. But they didn't say it. We're all done via sort of expressions. And yeah, I thought, oh my God, the villain's their dad. Do you know what I mean? And I just thought the bollocks to this. You know. Oh, another classic, Deep Space Nine. For me, the best Star Trek series out of the 90s were DS9. 7 years of pure pleasure of watching it every week and buying the videos. You know, it would have honestly used to get excited for it. So anyway, guys, right, this is just a short one tonight, but I said I'd do 30 to 40 minutes. But yeah, I will be on every Sunday. I'll let everybody know through the week because I keep getting messages. People keep saying when I'm going to be on, but I've just moved house and I'm still sort of decorating at the moment. As you can see, I've got some of it done, and I've got other stuff on. It just there's still a bit to do. So, but I'm open every Sunday from this week, so that'll be it. Right, guys, thanks for tuning in. We didn't have that many on tonight, but you will watch it. And guys, let me know in the comments, right, which sci-fi series should be remade, because I'd like to have part 2 of this, where we all go into a big debate about it. Do you know what I mean? You know, so mine's Blake 7, UFO, Space Above and Beyond, and the backup, The Invaders. They're the 4 I would like to see back on TV. I really would. And as a 5th, I would like Enterprise to sort of come back. Well, actually, no, I'll stick to 4. But I will say, Axanar's coming back. Remember Star Trek Axanar, the 20-minute thing, and there were all that scandal about people donating money, but they made that amazing 20-minute showpiece, Prelude to Axanar. Well, it's getting made, apparently. It's all over YouTube. They're getting made. Oh, Daniel, how are you? We've just been on about Prelude to... I'll stay in 5 minutes. How are you, mate? I got you. I have been getting stuff on my phone. It's just that I've moved house. But it's good to see you, Daniel. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to be on every Sunday at 7. This is just sort of just popped out. I'm on about what sci-fi series would you like to make a comeback? I'm glad you're all right, mate. Are we still going to do a live show together as well? Because all my set up now, so I'm ready to go anytime, really. If you give us a couple of days' notice. I was thinking when Discovery starts on Netflix, we could do a live stream if you want, and we could talk about like the first 2 episodes. Well, let me know. You know, Axanar's getting made, Daniel. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. I've just like been whittering on about what sci-fi series I want back. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, Daniel. What I'll do is I'll send you. We're gonna have to work out a link to do it. Can we do it on here? Can we do it on YouTube? I don't know. I've not done it before, but somebody said I've got it. It might be time to start doing. I've had several people ask me on YouTube, say, "Do you want to go on live and do a live thing together?" And it's gonna. You must be able to do it on YouTube. So I mean, we need to engage with people as well, don't we? But let me know. Oh, was that the original or the new version, Daniel, of Halloween? Yeah, it is. I actually liked when they brought it back. Halloween H2O. That was good. Oh, definitely, I agree with that, Daniel. Yeah. But right? We'll have to sort this. When's Discovery start? You're in Canada, aren't you? But UK. That's another thing as well. It's time difference, isn't it? We're gonna have to. Time here. What time is it in UK? It's 7:45 here, Daniel. I don't know what time it is. It's 7:45 at night here, so it's 7:45. So I don't know what time. Oh, is it on the 17th? Right. Right. So we'll have to work a time out when we can sort of go on and sort of do a live stream with it. If we get a few of us on to discuss it, it'd be good. You know, we could do it every week. I was thinking we could probably do like a shared stream, after each episode, each week, if you're up for it. But it's the time difference in it. We'll have to work it out. Daniel, what, before I go, What sci-fi series would you want back? What out of one cancelled sci-fi series, what would you like to be remade, but decently and properly? Yeah, no, definitely every week. We're gonna have to. We've got a week to get this sorted out, Daniel. Is that in the afternoon or in the morning? It's not. Is it in the afternoon there? I think you're behind us, aren't you? I know New York's 8 hours behind us, so. Oh, right, afternoon, right. So, yeah, because I watch Discovery at morning, you see, on Netflix. So we'll have to work a time out, and then I'm up for doing it. Dan, honestly, if we could get it on every week, it'd be good to, do this. I've watched your other stuff with your friends and that. I've watched it, yeah. So yeah, how do you watch it? I watch it on Netflix. Yeah, I've been watching Orville on is it Solo Movies? Because Draconian Dan, how are you, bud? All right, I suppose I can stay for a few more minutes. Do you know, mine's a change. Do you know, I enjoyed the Divergent series, then they screwed it all up. Me and Jacob do. Yeah, I know you do, Daniel. Yeah, well, that's why I'd like to get involved. I really would like to sort of get talking about it, But it'd be good if we could do the entire series of, Star Trek Discovery. How are you, Draconian Dan? Good to Happy New Year, bud. Yeah, I've just been on about. I'm going to be on every Sunday from 7 o'clock as of next week. Every Sunday without fail. Yeah, actually, that I didn't think of that. Yeah, which Quartermaster pit? Or would you like one of the three classic stories, mate? The pit. Yeah, no, I will. Honestly, it's working out the time difference. If we can sort the time, I mean, it's 7:45 here and it's 2:48 over where you are. So it'd have to be around about this time, I suppose. Yeah, I'd like to see Quatermass in the pit done, but really like psychological, you know. Do you know? Me and my mate, we watched. We got hammered one night. We watched, the film, and we were really out of it. And we watched it, and it were absolutely amazing. Watching that '60s one. Have you seen the credits at the end where they just sat on the wall, and they're like. They're like they all just have their heads done in by that like psycho storm that were going on. Because the bit scared me. You remember when that man's running about in them crowd of people, and that man is running about in that crowd of people, right? And they're all like telepathically like destroying his mind. Do you know what I mean? I mean that's just fucking crazy. Yeah, definitely want to see Quatermass and the Pit remade. IP, how are you? Good, happy New Year, mate. Do you know what I mean? Pete, I came on. I'm going to be on at 7 o'clock every Sunday without fail. Honestly, right? I just came on tonight because I've been to Speaker's Corner today with a friend, and it were all full of politics. I can't go into it on it. It's like the extremist element of everything. I was just observing. I did film some of it, but Pete, we're on about cancelled TV series that should be brought back. Mine's UFO, Blake 7, and a classic, get this, Space Above and Beyond. They're my friend. I have gone into it. So what cancelled TV series would you want back from say the 60s up to now? It had to be cancelled, but it were a masterpiece. Firefly. Yeah. Firefly, a sheer joy to watch. Firefly's like drinking a wonderful bottle of wine, wouldn't you say? It's the claret of pure science fiction of the West in outer space. It's marvelous. And I even like the film Serenity, and then they cancelled it all. Do you know what I mean? Right. Yeah, and same to you, Pete. Happy New Year, bud. Definitely. Jacody, that Firefly. Honestly, Firefly, brilliant. Yeah, why do we get? I mean, the remade Charmed, didn't they? I've not seen it. The remade Charmed, and it's shit. Honestly, some of my friends have seen it, and I've read reviews. I can't be asked watching Charmed. I mean, Charmed. I like Charmed. I used to sort of float in and out, with Charmed. It was something I'd watch every week, but I did like it when it run. It was enjoyable, good fun. But the remake apparently is absolutely too PC, right? The remake, right? It's so PC, and the bollocks it all up, right? So I'm not watching it. And they brought Sabrina the Teenager. I never watched that, but they remade Sabrina, didn't they? And apparently it's like more horror. So, but apparently that's had good reviews. But I never really saw the other series. Yeah, Daniel. Yeah, definitely. Do you remember final episode? Angel. I loved Angel. It should have got another season where he defeated the, Wolfram and Hart. Brilliant. I loved Angel. Spike, the greatest vampire in history. Not like this. Oh God. Like what did they do with vampires, man? With vampire, made them all like they're all cursed and they need to fall in love, and this big dramatic where he meets a human, and they've got to have this big like 4-movie love affair. You remember that boring vampire movies that came out? Forgot what they were called. I watched one of them. Remember them vampire movies? They were at cinema, like for Tina, where he were a werewolf and she were a human. She fell in love with vampire, and he couldn't love her because they were cursed, and it was all bollocks, man. And then it were like 4 real crap movies. Because I watched one of them, forgot what it's called. I forgot. So I'm sipping with some. It were 4 movies of these vampires. Not Rachel Weisz, not her that were going around with swords killing van. Not that one. It was the love story one. Where he's like a vampire and she's like human, and they made about 4 or 5 movies of it, and it were like everybody were like it just. I saw it first when it were like I came in pissed one night, and it were on BBC, and I had a kebab, and I thought, my God, what's this? And I sat and watched. I was absolutely bored stiff. No, but Angel, but I told Spike. Spike is the greatest vampire of all time. I mean, he lived it, didn't he? Right. And what have we got? Oh yeah, no, definitely Buffy. I've heard that we're going to be remade, but I don't think that's going to happen. They will make a remake of Mortal Kombat. Actually, have you seen the TV series Mortal Kombat? Actually, the TV series. The films are totally crap, right? I mean, they were all right. Well, the second film was terrible, but the TV series was quite good. Honestly, well, they all died at end, and Lord Raiden got done, and it sort of finished. Mortal Kombat emblem where it just glowed. Do you know what I mean? And oh yeah, Alien Nation, Pete, was superb. Do you remember that? I loved Alien Nation, man. The TV show were brilliant, wasn't it? Cancelled it, didn't they? But they did make them movies, didn't they? The TV movies. Do you remember them? Sort of finish it off. But I loved Alien Nation. It was just right, wasn't it? Humour, and it was dark, and it was great, and it was just really good. I'd like to see Logan's Run. To be honest, I'm a big fan of the 70s Logan's Run. The Logan's Run, definitely. Oh, man. Yeah, apparently Stargate is coming back. Apparently this year. Apparently it's going to be happening. So it said on YouTube. It looks like it's in the works anyway, But I hope it's not a reboot. I'd rather see him continue it. Stargate, but set it a couple of years on. And Stargate Universe, I was sort of, I never really gelled with Stargate Universe, Yes, I did, Daniel. Yeah. Did you see the episode where Spike told Wesley that his mother tried to shag him? Yeah, Spike. He was classic. What classic Doctor Who villain would you want back? Oh no, Draconian Dan, you do it all the time. The Bannerman, stop it. No, not the Bannerman. Sutek. Sutek for me. I'd really like to see Sutek come back. That creepy voice and everything about him and the siren race. I really would like to see Sutek back for me. Pete, I was profoundly disappointed with it. Yeah, I was. Star Cops classic. I'd have Star Cops back tomorrow. I would. I'd have Star Cops back tomorrow. No messing about. I'd have it back tomorrow. Oh yeah, I love the Jagoff. Well, he could still exist, Pete. You know, he was split all over time, wasn't he? So there must be some of him left. Yeah. Well, I've heard. Yeah. Apparently, we're going to be a Buffy reboot, weren't there? But they were going to change all that around, make it all PC. Seriously, I don't want to get political on it, but they were going to make Buffy all PC instead of you remember, like we used to watch Buffy, right? And stories for Buffy were really intelligent. You used to sit there, didn't you? Because you remember, have you consumed a Buffy box set? You can't turn it off, can you? Just sit there watching it. You know, I think now it's all going to be like 2 PC. I really do. I think Buffy, it'd be right politically correct. You're not going to get any Spike in that. They'll totally screw Spike's character up. The remake. But do we want remakes of stuff? Why we want new stuff? Look, there is certain stuff that deserve a shot to be remade. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you should remake everything, but there is certain series that were so good, like Firefly, should be continued. Just get them back and remake it, right? Firefly, Space Above and Beyond, Logan's Run, Blake 7, The Invaders. These are series that were so intelligent with like dark stories and backgrounds that they could be redone again, but properly. Today it's all like pussy-ish, isn't it? You know what I mean? We don't want that because we're all like connoisseurs of science fiction, aren't we? Look what we're all coming out with. Oh, Pete, Dark Matter. Dark Matter. I only discovered Dark Matter last year, right? Pete, right? I'd heard about it, and then I read it got cancelled. And I went in Computer Exchange, and they had 3 seasons in a box set for about 12 quid, right? So I bought it, and I didn't watch it for about a month. I just farted, sorry. Right. And it was there. So one night I thought, well, I'm bored, I'll put it on. So I watched it. By episode 4, I couldn't turn it off. And seriously, I couldn't turn it off, right? And I consumed. I didn't go out that weekend. I stayed in and I watched it all, right? And then final episode came. It was over, and they just left you hanging with Alien Invasion coming out. The rest of it, Dark Matter was superb. Did you see that episode, Pete, when they all got the memories back and they all became evil, and that poor girl, she had to reverse it all because they all became like their original selves, fucking each other over and that. I mean, a fantastic Dark Matter. Why? Why did at least that when we invest in a TV series, right? Aren't we entitled to at least get closure on it? Do you know what I mean? I mean, there has been some good stuff this year. What's the one that got cancelled but it's been saved? The one set with Mars and Earth. I forgot what it's called. Is it? Not Dark Matter. What's it called? I forgot what it's called. But it's set where like there's this like got cancelled, but it's going to Amazon now. I forgot what it's called. What's it called? The Expanse. Loved it. The Expanse. Fantastic. Then it got cancelled last year. And I carried on so it got cancelled about the same time as Dark Matter. And Lucifer as well got cancelled. Remember, we went through that week last year where they cancelled Lucifer, Dark Matter, The Expanse. And I did a video, lots of people did a video, demanding that The Expanse should come back. And luckily, The Expanse has got another 2 seasons. And Lucifer's been saved. Why would you cancel Lucifer? I know last series wasn't that good, but he's superb, isn't he? He's Lucifer. Yeah, The Expanse, Pete. That's a brilliant show. I mean, it's 10 episodes, right? And it's superb. Has anybody seen Travellers on Netflix? That time travel thing. They went and balls all that up at end, didn't they? You know, I don't know if it's coming back, but they, you know, everything that was going on for the last 3 years got undone in one episode. You know, he went back in time and undone what the other lot did. I'm sick of time travel where they use that. Well, after like 3 years of watching something, suddenly one episode somebody goes back before it all begins and do it all and change timeline. I don't know if it's going to be a season 4. Yeah, it's good. Travellers is it's got a different take on time travel. I won't spoil it for you, but I think there's a season 4, so it's saved, and there should be a season 4 because of what happened. It needs to be explained. But it's 10 episodes. You can watch it in a night, Pete. Do you know what I mean? So I'd give it a go. Daniel, I really hope that they can bring back Empress Georgia and her Section 31 boss lead. Yeah, well, I do. I mean, I really do. You know, I'm hoping Section 31's in the new Picard series, Destiny. Odyssey 5 was superb. And not again, another classic series with Peter Weller when the Earth got destroyed, right? And that Guardian turns up and saves them and sends them back 5 years. And then just towards the end, you start getting into seeing these aliens, like these silicon-based life forms that are destroying planets across the galaxy. And it all starts from there, which is pretty cool. Do you know what I mean? Again, another one, Pete. They destroyed it. And then we end up with all crap, man. You know, for some reason, they keep like extended crap ones, and you just don't want to watch it. I know you're not into like Discovery, Pete. I mean, I'm watching. I think Discovery, for me, I quite enjoy it, but I'm looking more forward to Star Trek Destiny. You know, the Patrick Stewart series. What I've been reading up about it, that's what I'm more looking forward to that than Discovery. You know, because for me, it's you're going back to the 90s Star Trek. You know, like Next Gen, Voyager, DS9. God, love DS9. And even Enterprise, it's from that, you know, where we had that like 15 years of Star Trek. And you're going to get a lot of things should be answered, which I hope, you know what I mean? You know, honestly, I've got to say, I will say I did watch the New Year's Day one. Look, the episode, it was all right. The Doctor Who. I mean, it was one of the better ones, but it was still, well, it could have been better, but they did put some humour into it, you know. But I'm glad that it's not coming back till 2020. I think it needs that year off. You know, to be honest, Pete, if Doctor Who got cancelled tomorrow, I won't bat an eyelid. You know, I'm not against, like I keep saying, I'm not against, but I just think the writing has been so lazy for this series that it's, you know, the villains, there's no memory. We've been on about like Firefly, Buffy, Angel, Dark Matter, and we're talking about the characters who we remember. If you said to me, Pete, name me a single alien out of this Doctor Who series, I could name one. The Dalek one on New Year's Day. The rest of it is just mindless. I tried to stick with it, and I know there's loads of people that love it and they want to stick with it. So I'm not knocking them, but I think Doctor Who needs a year off. To be honest, I really do. I know I don't. After what I've had to sit through, I mean, none of it's memorable, and I'm not blaming her. I do quite like her. I think she with sort of writing, she could have done really well, but the writing let it down. And it's not about the actors; it's the writing and the editing and the directing. That is what makes the story. Without a decent story, you can stick any actor in it. If you haven't got a decent story, it's crap. Right. Hang on. Martin, did you read that? Daniel's up topic. Martin, did you read that they are connecting Picard to canon, but moving forward the theme song? Yes, I did. I did read that. Again, they're going to have to be careful. But Star Trek Continuity, Daniel, does have quite a few plot holes in it, doesn't it? I mean, go back to the 60s, the Romulan War. Nobody had seen Romulans. Do you know what I mean? When they first met the Romulans, yet in Enterprise, they were seeing Romulan ships and they were cloaking and do you know what I mean? So I mean, I think when Romulan War came, they were destroying each other. I think the sensors would have been picking up Romulan bodies. You know what I mean? There is a few plot holes in that need. They did good with the Klingons, explaining the humanoid Klingons with that genetic disease, which I thought was very clever in Enterprise. They did that beautifully. Oh, Pete, Firefly should have run for 20 years for me. I could not get enough of Firefly. Honestly, I think I like stuff that's like where the human race goes into space, but it's like Babylon 5, innit? That we've still got the same problems, but we're in space, but humanity's still humanity, you know what I mean? Yeah, no, bring back an Enterprise, Daniel, should have gone for another season. It should. I think if we'd have got a season 5, we'd have definitely gone to season 7. Because season 4 is the best season out of all of it. Season 5, honestly, I can watch season 4 over and over again. Bring back, yeah, totally. Mind to change. I'm feeling that there will be a Venom 2. Yeah, definitely. It'd be good to Carnage. Definitely would be good to get Carnage. It'd be interesting to see where they go with that. DS9 was like Star Trek. Oh, definitely. I love Deep Space Nine. I think, honestly, Deep Space Nine, for me, out of the 90s, early 90s, is the best Star Trek. Honestly, I do. I put it above Next Gen. Honestly, I do. For me, that's me. Some people might not agree. They did, Pete. They did. Did you read the write-up about that? Because he went to Paramount with Babylon 5, didn't he? Jasinski, when he were floating scripts around to TV companies. He went and they did, and the Paramount pulled the snake in and thought, space station. We haven't done that before. Yeah, we'll just change the crew, name it a different name, and even put in angelic beings in it, but we'll call them something else and we'll rip some of it off. I mean, I don't know. Deep Space Nine or Babylon 5. I love Babylon 5. But I love Deep Space Nine. What's the best one? I don't know. Hey, that's honestly, that's another argument where you could go on for at least 4 hours without an outcome. Because Babylon 5 and Deep Space Nine, they were out at the same time and they were on basically every week on different channels, and you couldn't get enough of it. I love Babylon 5. I really do. I honestly. But I love Deep Space Nine. Deep Space Nine were magical for me. I read a lot on the Lurkers. Yeah, God, the Lurkers guide. I haven't been on there in ages. Brooks has lost his fucking mind. Did you say the captain? Yes, I did. Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, he'd been knocking on now. You got it. Days down like 25 years ago, wasn't it? God, how was we? You're on about the convention, aren't you, up in Birmingham, Pete? Yeah, Daniel, I've heard Legends is going to get cancelled. I hope not. I think it's best Arrow series going. I do. I mean, Legends of Tomorrow is crazy. It's just insane series, isn't it? Legends of Tomorrow. It's a totally bonkers series. You can't get. I just love it. No, they're not cancelling. The cancelling guys will get a petition. Right then, guys, I'm gonna have to knock off. I've been on 1 hour, 4 minutes. Oh, what's this? Every books might have been taking the piss, but it was very disappointing. Yes, yeah, I've watched that on Netflix. Yeah, he's quite private. Is every book's quite a private dude, isn't he? You don't see a lot of him really about, not like Shantner milking it all. I mean, I've met Patrick Stewart numerous times, and you know that man is so much fun. Did you know the story of Patrick Stewart when he got Next Gen, right? When he got Next Gen, he just come out of doing films like Excalibur and Life Force. He was like from that 80s Shakespearean clique, you know, rather than it, that up your arse lot, right? He was quite up his own arse, right? But he wasn't making a lot of money. So when Next Gen come round, when he went to flow him out and you know and all this, and he didn't take it seriously. He thought it'd get cancelled, but he'd never been paid so much money in his life, right? Anyway, well, he thought because his agent said it'll be cancelled like the old one. It'll be cancelled after a season. Just take the money and do it. And he was a bit of a wanker, you know, Patrick Stewart on first season. But when he met the gang, them right, he was like serious about everything. Well, they all had dinner together. He was sat in his caravan doing his scripts. Well, anyway, they wore him down. They took the piss out of him every day. You know, Riker and Frakes and Spiner, all of them, they all got together, right, and they took the living piss out of him every day. And one day, they all got in off because his director walks off set, and he goes on about this. He said he were awful, right? They got a director walked off set because they were all messing about, and he told them all off. And Eric played Tasha Yard, and his husband said, "Patrick, what's your problem?" And they all like sort of made him feel terrible, and he just bust out laughing. They wore him down. They all said it was so up his own backside. We just took the piss, and they wore him down. And in the end, he started. Have you seen that clip where he's on bridge with that top hat singing? That's what he turned into. Because he said they were family when I met him, and we bonded. But he said I'd done so much acting, being serious, that I never knew you could have fun. And he said I met these people and they wore me down. And apparently he's one of the funniest guys you could ever meet. I love Patrick Stewart. I met him several times and he is so funny. Do you know what I mean? And he's from Yorkshire and a northerner. Who's French? Work that one out. Yes, that's it, Pete. Yes, what he said. We are not here to have fun, did he? And they all said to him, "Oh, shut the fuck up." Honestly, classic story. Because when I was at a convention years ago, he was telling it, and there were Riker with Frakes behind him, like they were all just taking piss out, and he gives it back, you know. But he says you can tell they're all very close, you know, the relationship. Marina Sirtis is fantastic. She's great. And she's so upfront about stuff. You know, she's lovely. Yeah, I don't know. I think the scripts are written, Daniel, for Destiny. I think they are. Oh, you mean the next film? Oh God, not the Kelvin verse. Did you, Daniel? Do you like the Kelvin verse? I'm sorry. Look, I like Pine, Carl Urban, other guy that plays Spock. But I thought the first film was all right. Second one was terrible. What we can. Third one was a bit better. I just think that should be buried, really. You know? Oh, the Picard series. I don't know how far they've got. He said something online the other day, did Patrick Stewart, about apparently it's going to be very connected into. It's going to answer a lot of things are going to be resolved in Picard from the 90s, you know. So I don't know. It's out this year though. Apparently, release date is towards the end of the year. So what are you talking? Probably October, November. You know. So I don't know if it's the 10-part, 12-part series. I can't see it being 22 episodes. I've sometimes now I've noticed if you watch something for 22 episodes, you do get a bit bored if it don't keep you going. I get that. I mean, look, I've got problems with STD. I do like it, but I mean, after watching like 40 years of Star Trek and canon and that, there is some things that I don't want to jump on like the boat of like, complaining about. But they have fucked up on a couple of things. I mean, the Klingons I can't accept. I've tried. Honestly, I can't accept the bloody Klingon. They've got no bloody personality at all. Klingons, they're absolutely boring. I wouldn't want to be stuck on a ship with that lot. I want my Gowron back in General Martok. They're all drinking blood wine and head putting each other and slapping you on the back and say, "Today's a good day to die," and all that. Do you know what I mean? That were Klingons, wasn't it? Now they're all a bit. Well, they're all a bit stiff, aren't they, Klingons now? Yeah. They've got. Do you remember like Martok? Yeah, Martok and even Garon and all them Klingons. They all had personalities, and they all drank blood wine and got hammered, and Klingon women coming onto human beings, and you could relate with them. But this lot, I mean, I don't even like how they dress, but I do like Discovery, and Spock's in it. Spock's in the new series, and we're getting Captain Pike, so it's going to be interesting to see where it goes. I had to change the Klingons because of like, they shouldn't have put the Klingons in it then. I'd rather that than they'd gone with a set of new bodies. You know what I mean? Honestly, I really would. Right, what time is it? Right, I've been on an hour and 11 minutes. Right, guys, I've got to go. Right, thanks for coming on. Oh, cheers, Osman. Yeah, I will stay sci-fi all the way, buddy, all the way. Do you know what I mean? And there's no more, honestly, I'm going to be on every Sunday from now on at 7 o'clock for an hour. And I'm going to be on, like I said this before, I will be on through the week. I've got a review coming, Space Above and Beyond. I've done a lot of research into that. Yeah, live long and prosper, Pete. I'll be doing Discovery. Me and Daniel, we're going to have to sort that out, mate, about Discovery at live broadcasts. I'm going to be doing Titans, I think, this week. I've not seen Titans yet, so I think that's out on the 11th on Netflix. So I'm going to be doing Titans. But the Punisher's coming on the 18th, I think, Punisher. So I'll be doing that as well. But I've got a 12-inch flash figure from So Toys. I've got a review. Well, anyway, I'll be on every Sunday at 7 o'clock. And I'll probably do me and Daniel are going to be hopefully shot a live broadcast with some other people for Star Trek Discovery. Right then, guys. So until Sci-Fi turns, well, guys, in the comment, leave me your cancelled TV series because I'm going to do part 2 to this about what we want back. Right, guys. Hopefully, I'll get some stuff up for a week. I will see you Sunday, guys. As always, it's an honour talking to you all. Happy New Year and keep the sci-fi coming. Do you know what I mean? All right, guys. Look after yourselves. Speak soon.